So life sucks, basically. At least that's what you feel right now. You feel like life sucks, and that's basically because you're not content with whatever situation you're in. Whether that's because of the consequences of your actions or something that you couldn't control. Right? That's life. Now, what's worse is you're a compassionate person, or let's say empathetic person, right? So when hardships come, other people's hardships, especially what we see online right now, and the fact that it's literally been 2 years today, yeah, subhanAllah, of what's going on in Gaza. And yeah, one of the greatest humanitarian crises in the last century, and definitely in my lifetime, in the majority of people's lifetime, is probably the only time in history where we've had a broadcasted a genocide straight up. But you see this, right? You see all this stuff, and it puts you down because you feel like useless. You feel worthless. I feel worthless. I have a channel called Sunnah Strength where we teach men how to be, and women too, but predominantly men, as a male fitness coach, how to be better Muslims. I feel like a moron because I teach men how to get stronger. I get stronger. I train for the sake of Allah. And you know what? I'll do speech for the sake of Allah. Because what does that really mean? That means prepare yourself for any situation that requires you to do an act of worship, act of ibadah. That's how I like to put it. Because even helping your family is an act of ibadah. Carrying a heavy wardrobe for your neighbor. You're doing it out of kindness of your heart. You're doing it for the intention of pleasing Allah. Act of ibadah, right? And also being ready to fight for the sake of Allah. I'm not there. Maybe I could force myself there to get myself there. And I feel like a loser. And now you got young women, old men going on a flotilla. You know, may Allah protect them, save them. And I'm just sitting here. So I feel like a mug. So then, guess what happens? I feel that posting videos and giving inspiring talks about how to stay fit is just a fake. It's not fake. It's from my heart. I like it, but I love what I do. I love the research I do. I even feel horrible taking care of my clients. And then it's funny because it's from speaking to a client where I realized how dumb what I'm saying is. Because a while ago, 2 years ago actually, I was at a Palestinian refugee camp in Lebanon. And for most of them who managed to cross the border, and I went to 3. Went to multiple, but I went to 3 major camps. And that was because I was working with Human Appeal at the time. I'm actually doing it again. Right now I'm fundraising. You know what? I'll put the link in the description. I'm fundraising for with the One Ummah this time around. It's the first time I went with the Human Appeal to the Palestinian refugee camps, and it's a video on its own. Too much happened. So much stuff that shook me to my core. Actually speaking to them, seeing how they live in the tents, it's horrendous. Horrendous. By the way, moving on. Then the second year, last year, I went to Gaziantep, which is just there at the border of Syria and Turkey, where the Syrian refugees that made it across the border, we managed to work with them in an orphanage. And then the people who were affected by the Turkey earthquakes, we were able to help them as well. They were separate. Alhamdulillah, amazing time, amazing people. And this year I couldn't go anywhere. But I'm still fundraising for food packs. So because I've been there, I know I trust them. And they have 100% donation policy with One Ummah from there. And I think about it. And if I didn't fundraise then, the little I did, they would not have got those food. They would have got food. Allah doesn't rely on me. There's so many people that give charity. But I was able to give over 1,000 boxes with my hand, along with my team, to these families. I was able to play with these children. I was able to give them a smile. Do I regret that? No. And it was a very small thing that I did. But it allowed them to have sustenance. It allowed them to feel like they were loved. When we gave all those toys to the kids at the orphanage, and it was amazing. And I could play with them. And I made some friends, and those kids, at the beginning, were so shy, because I'm just a random guy who can't even speak the language coming up. But then we were playing with each other. Playing football, playing tag, what's it called? Some of the kids they're just so funny. Like hiding. Some of them are hiding, trying to play hide and seek, and you got to see the smiles in their faces. Now, here, sitting in my bedroom, comfortable, go to sleep today. I got to go to my mosque al Fajr because it wasn't burnt down. Because a mosque in, I think it was Essex or Sussex, was burnt down. It's insane. But now you fall into this position of, because I'm not doing enough, I don't deserve to do anymore, I'm not going to promote my business. You've got people who are saying stuff in the comment sections as well of other videos that I see. What's it called? How can you enjoy your life? How can you make videos like this? Not mine, I haven't posted much videos while stuff is happening in Gaza. Now here's the thing. Do we stop taking care of ourselves and our everyday livelihood and just so we can sit there in pity and feel sad for the Ummah? Because this is where shaitan gets us. You doing your normal job as a lawyer and accountant, that's sustenance. You're earning for your family. And you can give and donate with that money. And if you're a fitness guy, inshallah, when the day comes, you can protect them when the time comes for you to go and save them. The problem with shaitan, what he's saying is he's seeing that love in your heart, the guilt that you feel, sadness, and saying, you don't deserve anything and it's your fault too, and just don't do anything. It's not fair that they suffer in this hardship. And no, I know it's not fair. So you should suffer too. Or until you can actually do something and be there, you should suffer too. Guess what that does? The enemies, Zionists and all this and that, they continue to grow because they have no empathy. They don't care. And we stay stagnant. The moment you feel guilt, that's good. Use that to drive you forward. But guess where you're stuck now? You have two doors opening, right? If you're, say, let's just use me as an example, gym fitness coach. I can keep posting fitness content to help the rest of the ummah, or I can sit here and then quit this job and sulk. Doesn't benefit me, doesn't benefit my family, doesn't benefit anyone, and I do some random odd job to earn some income because promoting myself and talking about nice things and happy things online is not a good thing. I can do either one. Both are fine, both are halal, both are good, because at least both of them earns me sustenance. But this one impacts the ummah more, something that I enjoy, and by having that positive mindset, I can then share that with other people and they can then use their bodies as a means to help the ummah as well. This one, sure, it's no issue if I become, say, a delivery driver or I become an accountant. Okay, not an accountant. That can, but basically I work from home. What I'm doing is making myself more depressed because I'm doing the thing that I know I love, I'm just throwing it away. Because I feel shy to do the things I love. And then I'm not benefiting my family because my mood is always off and I feel depressed. And somehow I'm justifying that level of depression and self-pity because of the hardships of people going around the world in the ummah. It's stupid. Shaitan won. He won. Because the people who are Zionists and against us and who want to basically ruin innocent lives will keep doing that. The world doesn't get better when we sit back and do nothing. Make sense? And you have a choice. You can either accept the situation is bad and just sit there in self-pity, or wake up and do something. And either way, I'm not going to judge you because you can sit there in self-pity. You can go and make something of yourself and take care of your family and continuously, if you're a content creator, push content and of course post stuff that is relating to the hardships that are going around the world, but things that are actually beneficial. If you're a baker, post baking content and keep post baking content. Don't stop. Because we still need to know how to bake. We still need to know how to cook. If you're someone who teaches how to make money online and like, oh, you guys are posting stuff on how to make money. What about the people around the world that are suffering? Yeah. But when other people make money, we can reinvest that money back into the ummah. Always look at the positives. And this shaitan is trying to make us destroy one another. And it's sad because I feel that too at times. But what's happening is shaitan is winning. And the enemies of Islam are winning. The enemies against humanity are winning. Because remember, what's happening in Gaza and all these places around the world is not just a Muslim thing. It's a humanity crisis. It's a crisis against humanity. Like, you don't need to be Muslim to feel compassion. So, and when you make that decision, let's say the decision sucks. Let's say it's stupid. Let's say I make this and no one likes it. Fine. Alhamdulillah. That's the point. Because you don't get a do-over. You don't get to redo this part of your life again. I might be able to delete the video, but I still wasted however long this video is and that time in my life before I post it. That's how it is. But alhamdulillah, either way. What I do is, if it doesn't work out for me, whatever decision I make, maybe it's a business decision, you just sit there and you take a next step forward and say, how can I fix this? How can I improve from this? Because that's all you really need to do. One step forward and improve yourself 1% of the time. So every time you're feeling ashamed, good. But the problem is there's two kinds of shame. The shame where you can bundle in with haya, modesty, a reminder of things that are inappropriate, shame in a way that protects your integrity, your dignity. That's important. Then there's shame as in that makes you pity yourself, makes you hate yourself. You never want to fall into that shame, because that's the shame where shaitan thrives in, and he's like, this is where you need to be. and this is what you deserve. No, I'm saying the other one. Shame where keeps yourself on track and it keeps you away from haram. And when you do make a mistake, you can regret, you can feel remorseful, but you don't pity yourself. There's a line, a very thin line between shame that actually improves us as a human being and shame that destroys us. So just accept where you are. Be content with what you have. And it's okay when you make that mistake. Today genuinely sucked. And then I sat there and I was like, I can still make a video. What am I feeling right now? I can do nothing, or I can reorganize my mind and see what can I do to make tomorrow easier and what can I do today, and realize, hey, I won't let shaitan win. I won't let myself be a loser just like shaitan, because remember, he's the biggest loser in all of creation. This guy's bound for hell. No one else is. He is. There's no bigger loser than him, and he just wants to bring you there with him. And when you fall in self-pity, it actually makes you do more sin, because you need a dopamine hit. And usually dopamine hit comes in the form of desires. It can be in the form of various forms of zina. It could be in the form of music. It can be in the form of drugs. It can be in the form of gluttony, anything. But it's all these things that give you a temporary release and temporary satisfaction and a dopamine hit. And it's usually some form of a sin. So, be content with what you have. Accept that whatever decision you make is for the best, even for better or for worse, whatever happens, because you can either learn from it or it's a success, it's a win. Alhamdulillah, either way. Now, choice is yours. Now, this was the most random video I ever made, I think. And I think that it felt important to me. Hopefully it feels important to you. And this is basically forcing me to make more content on the fly. So, make a choice.